Hey everyone, Loaded Buggy here, back with another episode of Buggy's Inbox. And this is, of course, the show where you ask me for advice or just ask me questions, and I give you my opinion, my take, or my advice on whatever the subject matter is. Today's no different, of course, and I received an email, and as I had previously stated, any email that is sent to me will be read and answered anonymously, so I will not be sharing the person's name, but I do want to read the question and offer my opinion and my 2 cents on the matter. So the question they asked is as follows. They say, hey Buggy, could you give me some advice on what to do with my situation? My parents just recently got separated, and it came out of nowhere because I genuinely thought they still love each other, and I'm turning 18 next month, so I thought at this point they would never get divorced. Also, because of this situation, my dad is moving to the other side of the country, so my 13-year-old brother won't have a father figure. Should I visit him and help take care of him? I haven't had good sleep in a month because of this. Thank you for reading. And I'll read you just what I responded, because usually in normal fashion I would not respond via email. I would respond in the form of a video so that other people can hear what my take is on whatever the questions that are asked me. But I did reply to the email immediately, and this is what I said. Thank you so much for reaching out, and I can understand how much of a burden this is on you. I will be answering your question in the coming weeks in the form of a video, but due to the sensitivity of the matter, I wanted to just reply here as well to provide some words of comfort while I prepare for that video. First of all, it is commendable how concerned you are for your brother and the potential consequences of having an absent father. You are clearly a good brother and have a very good heart to feel this deeply about this. You seem to obviously know the potential negatives of not having a consistent father figure in a child's life, so the short answer is yes. Do what you can do to show up and show him what being a man looks like. Now, of course, I don't mean force him to chop wood and build a barn, but when you're around, and be conscious of how you talk to others, especially your mother. You're not responsible to step in and be there every single day. That was the role of your father. But your presence and being a good example will help. I don't know the specifics of the cause of this divorce, but I have known many people whose parents have split, and I know how difficult it can be to handle. They say time heals all wounds, and I believe that's partially true. As time goes on, your new normal will set in, and it will become less stressful. I'm sorry this happened to you, but you will recover with time. And I just wanted to make sure that I elaborated on this, because there is for someone like this who has such a weight on their heart to being present for their little brother, it's a big duty to feel like you need to be the one to step up. And it is a very, very commendable thing to do. And it's something that I do think is important. I do think father figures, whether that is the actual father or just someone who steps up and steps in and shows a little boy how to be a man. And I don't think that being a man, like I said, is not necessarily just doing the things that you see in movies, like chopping wood and fixing cars and all that stuff, but there's a lot of responsibility to being a man. And one example I gave in the email was being very conscious of how you speak to your mother, because men and people in general need to be treating everyone with respect. And the one thing that I think every young boy needs to know, and that's something that their father should be teaching them, is how to treat women and how to treat people in general. And I think it's very, very important that when you are around your younger brother, in this case, he's 13 years old, he's already seen what your father is like. And I won't make any judgment because you gave me no context, but I won't make any judgment on whether he was a good father or a bad father for those 13 years. Obviously, there is a divorce involved, and it seems like he is he's moving along and leaving you guys behind, so I can't imagine that it was too pretty of an incident. But I will say that he had 13 years of his father in his life. And if that is a bad 13 years, then it's going to take a little bit of extra work on the people who are stepping in. In this case, you said you're 18. You are a young man and you still have a lot to learn, but there still is 5 extra years that you have learned things that he has yet to learn, and you can teach him. You can set him straight. You can put him on the right direction. And I think that's a really important thing. Brothers have a very, very important role. Fathers are not the only ones that can show a young boy how to, quote-unquote, be a man, or what they should be doing as a man, what their role and responsibility is. A brother can do just the same thing. And although it's not your responsibility to step in and do that, whenever life deals you the hand that you have, you kind of just have to play the cards. And like I said, I don't think it's necessarily your responsibility to show up to the house every day and just assume the role of the father, because no, that's not your responsibility. That was the role of your father. And there's a lot of things that mom can do. There's a lot of things that mom will be able to teach your brother about being a man, or in just general lessons that your father could have taught your brother. There's many things that mom can do, but there are some things that you just need to see another man do, because sometimes the best example is seeing it in action from someone that's like you. And being a boy and relating to a man is something that can have a great impact, and have even more of an impact than just what mom says, because at the end of the day, mom's still a girl, mom's still a woman. You got to see it put in action from a man. And so whenever you are around, whenever you're present, I think making the extra effort to show him what is right versus what is wrong and how he should be doing things, just being a decent human being. At the end of the day, man or woman, our role is to be decent human beings and treat people with respect and treat people with love and be honest and do those things. That's what you can be doing. That's the void that you can be filling. You don't have to show him how to change his oil or do any of the other quote-unquote manly things that we see on TV. But just making sure that they're not straying too far and that they have a reliable, manly example in front of them. So I hope this does help you or anybody else who is listening and is currently going through this. Like I said, I'm not the end-all be-all in terms of my answer regarding this specific topic, because I have not dealt with this on a personal level, but I have seen and been friends with many people who have gone through this. I've walked with them as they've gone through this, and I know the effects that it can have on a child, especially on a child. But this is something that doesn't have necessarily many positive effects on any of the involved parties. So I understand how difficult this can be and the responsibility that you may feel wanting to step in. And I think it's a commendable thing. I think it's an admirable thing. And I think it is a necessary thing, to a degree. But at the end of the day, you are the brother, you're not the father. You do your part, and you do your absolute best to show them the direction that they should go. And you hope that mom can take care of the rest, because mom's still the parent. And you hope to some degree that dad can do his part from a distance. You kind of cross your fingers, and if that's not the case, then you do what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to get your hands dirty. But I think overextending is not necessarily to your benefit, but finding your place and doing what is right it will be a benefit to your brother. So, like I said, I hope this helps. I hope this answers your question. Anyone else who out there is going through this, I know it's difficult, but with time, your new normal will set in, and I think you'll be okay. I think you'll make it through. If you have any other questions or want some advice from myself, please leave those in the comment section below, or send me an email if you prefer to be anonymous. And if you enjoy these type of videos or get some value from them, please click the subscribe button to see more from me in the future. Click like on this video if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment down below even if you just want to say hey. So, thanks for watching this video. Bye now.